My name's Lee Holman. I'm a Business Collaborations Officer at Flintshire County Council. The core part of our job is actually to monitor care services. The word monitor kind of alludes to inspecting sometimes, and quite different to inspectors in that way. We'll try and provide quite a supportive role. So it'd be care homes, it'd be anyone in home care. It could be supported living, so that they live in a house and have a tenancy agreement separate to their care, and the carers come in separately. But that could also, we also work with advocacy providers, counselling services. It's a range of any social care service that you can kind of think of, really. The main thing is people's experience. There isn't one really. It could go from anything from working with a care home that's doing really well, looking at the practice that they're doing and trying to disseminate that across other care homes, or trying to work on that and develop it further. But it could also be working through a few concerns that we've had within a home or any provider, really. Could also be going out to people's homes who receive domiciliary care, seeing how they find their service, and then taking that back to those providers. Along with the monitoring side of things, we do commissioning work as well, looking at what services people want or people like, getting feedback on them, and then looking at providers, looking at the market, and seeing who suits that service and going through those procedures. As well as all sorts of developmental work as well within the region, with different partners, with the Health Board, with Workforce Development and Welsh Government. So quite a really varied role. I like the variation. The variation's a big thing. Just even the range of services on its own is enough to kind of give you enough variation, but the actual job role in itself as well means that every day is completely different and brings up new surprises and new questions, which means I don't always know the answer, but I go away and find out, which gives me a new set of knowledge. I really like meeting people as well, and this is a great job for that. Whether it's going to people's homes and speaking to them there, or being in care homes, it's a really good job for meeting people, hearing their stories, what their life is like, or what they've done in the past is really interesting. Having difficult conversations in this role has been the new challenge for me. But yeah, you've got to raise bad news early, and that's quite difficult for some people, and for me to start with, certainly. I think obviously the frontline staff of the services that we're working with, they're the actors, they're the doers in terms of that. But I think we do push that and sort of guide that experience sometimes. So if somebody's having difficulties communicating, for example, we'll introduce or work with the home in introducing some communication tools and looking actually how can we understand what this person really wants. So one-page profile is just a quick summary, an easy glance, all about me as a person, but the information that I want to share with everybody else. So it's what's important to me first of all. So anything that I really value in my life, for example, my family, my partner, my main passion is football. So that's in there, because actually if somebody took that away from me, then my life would be a lot worse for it. Another section on how best to support me. So that's around looking actually in my day-to-day life, what can people do that can help me get through either times that I'm kind of stressed, for example, or just to help me go through my routine. And there's another bit about appreciations and what people appreciate about me, or people appreciate about the individual. And that's actually sort of asking other people around them, what do you appreciate about this person? And then so someone can glance actually go out, so-and-so's got a great sense of humour, and that's something you'll know about them instantly. It's a great tool that we use for individuals who are receiving services, but as also staff, so that can work well when sort of sharing that information balance, I think sometimes. So, so people who are receiving services are always given information one way, and sometimes it's nice to give a bit of information back. I think that's really positive. I started off working in a day centre for adults with learning disabilities. I saw that job and I thought, oh, that sounds quite interesting. Yeah, so I went for the interview and started there, and it wasn't exactly what I thought it was going to be. I think my misconception was that it was going to be I think just supporting people to go and play football or something, and it was a bit more. It was a bit harder than that. I think some people had some communication difficulties that I wasn't quite expecting. I was only 18 years old, but that was really maturing for me, and I learned a lot in a very short space of time about myself and about the world, and it was a really great experience. The values mainly. I always think if I worked in a different sector, things might be a bit different. In social care, we're always wanting to do good by people, and no matter what sort of pressures we're put under, that's the main aim, is to do good by people. And some other sectors might not be the case. And I like, in essence, just doing good by people. I think that's what keeps me here. Get your own experience. I think there's a lot of stigma attached to the profession, especially around career pathways. There isn't a clear career pathway in social care, but there's an abundance of job roles, either to move sideways or diagonally to, that you'd never even think of. There's jobs that are out there that you never even know existed. When I first joined social care, it wasn't a job I actually thought it was, but it turned out to be a really enjoyable job, and something that got me into this job today, which I'll be honest, I didn't know this job existed when I started in social care. So I think get your own experience, don't listen to the narrative.